morning, Hassett Family Law. May I ask who's calling, please?
My name is Eric Burns. How are you?
I'm doing well. Did you say your name was Rick?
My name is Eric Burns.
Eric Burns.
Yes.
E-R-I-C.
Yes, ma'am. E-R-I-K.
E-R-I-K. B-U-R-N-S.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. And just in case we happen to get disconnected, Eric, can I have your phone number, please?
619-836-5280.
All right, that's 619-836-5280. Perfect. Bear with me one moment while I try to transfer you over.
Sure. Who are you transferring me to, though?
I'll be able to let you know once I transfer you.
Okay.
I'm just going to check who's available. Bear with me just a second.
All right. Thank you.
This is Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. This is Eric Burns. I just was transferred to you.
Yeah, hi. How can I help you?
So I was calling this legal attorney divorce. What's the thing about this is it says that you're a family law attorney, but the thing about it is I'm not dealing with a divorce. Well, I can't deal with divorce because there's a restraining order above everything. And the restraining order is basically
I just do all family law. I do all family law issues.
family law issues. Okay. Well, the restraining order is on top of everything. I haven't been served. My ex-wife has already been. My ex-wife and me are already divorced, but I've never been given due process because my ex-wife's safety has always gone above over the due process. She had the divorce. She's separated me with she's given me divorce papers with court dates that had already expired, but she never actually properly served me anything. So, and that goes as far as custody, and it goes as far as due process of divorce, because I should have gotten half the house, but because there was a restraining order above all that, she didn't have to properly serve me.
Oh, who told you that?
Well, I go to the fourth floor in downtown all the time, and there's a phrase that I hear, not even directed toward me, but directed toward a lot of people. She can do whatever she wants because you're the one with the restraining order. And if you
to your property,
what?
you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, these restraining orders have been used to replace eviction notices, and why would you want the due process of an eviction that takes several weeks or several months when you can have somebody out in several seconds? So
right, but she used the restraining order.
Yeah, well, she used the restraining order was 3 years ago, and it had no there was no evidence of domestic violence at all. There was just judoral not bias, judoral discretion. The reason why this restraining order is made permanent. I've already proven. I've already shown the judge Laura Miller that what she was writing about me, that she accused me of raping her, hitting her, gaslighting her, and with no solid proof, and things that I said that I didn't say, text messages. I showed the Laura Miller text messages of what she said I said and what was actually said, and they were completely different. But my ex-wife completely denied 598. I think that's basically she has to serve me. She's been doing for the past 3 years. She's been doing the trial by ambush legal strategy. Basically, bring
What is your wife's name? What is
My,
your
my
wife's name?
ex-wife's name is Laura Ortiz.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at your case online. This is post-judgment. This judgment was entered.
3 years ago, probably 4.
Yeah. But I'm seeing a review hearing.
Mm-hmm.
There's another restraining order after hearing, but was this year in May.
There's one coming up on the 3rd of September.
That's a review hearing.
Okay.
There was a restraining order hearing. Restraining order after hearing. It was a new one was issued on May 28th.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go to that hearing?
I did. No, it was on the 30th, and I actually thought it showed up on the 31st. And yeah, they basically created an impossible.
After the 28th. That's after the 28th.
Of May. Oh, okay.
Then there's a finding order after hearing on the 14th. You haven't served any of this paperwork?
Oh no, they've served me. They served me the new updated one that basically created an impossible situation where I'm completely denied 30/20, and basically I have to pay $2,000 a month to to maintain a relationship with my son. Everything I say is monitored and recorded. And yeah, I don't think that's a meaningful way to maintain a relationship with my son. And it's made the situation financially impossible for me to see my son because of how much it costs for supervised visits.
So they interviewed your son on April 9th. I think.
Okay. Does it say what he said?
No, they wouldn't put that online. No.
Okay.
They would have had the request for order on February 9th, and then obviously they said they wanted to have your son interviewed, and then there was a restraining order after hearing on May 4th. And there's minutes of the family court. It's going to be interesting to see what that says. And then there was another request for order hearing on May 4th.
Mm-hmm.
And the restraining order after hearing on May 28th, and a review hearing. So, and there's another review hearing on September. So, what are you wanting? Is it as far as legal help? What are you needing at this point?
Well,
There's been so much.
I'm trying to get the judge to understand that the situation of my restraining order has made it literally impossible for me to see my son. And because I simply can't afford because $2,000 a month is 2/4 of my of 2/3 of my annual income, which basically made it impossible for me to maintain a meaningful relationship with my son. And
well,
have
you ever suggested just a non-professional monitor?
There used to be a number of them on there, but when the restraining order was renewed, though all of those people were taken off, and I lost all my phone privileges as well.
Wow.
Well, I don't know what my son might have said or how he was coerced.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't. The judge basically said, I don't know. It's like I feel like whenever I have been to court order supervision before, and we feel like animals live in those little spaces that are about the size of an office, and we have. Yeah, and I don't think it's in my son's best interest to keep going to those be in those environments because we're not the only ones in there. I mean, we see other parents crying all the time. You know, we hear the counselors trying to talk to these supervisors saying, you know, I'm trying to be a good parent, and you know, on some occasions, you know, these parents are crying and their kids are crying, and I'm just like,
right.
You know, this is not a great environment for my son. And
neither one of you were represented by a lawyer.
Well, my ex-wife used to have a lawyer.
Yeah. She doesn't anymore.
I know.
So, but they find it there was a declaration of counsel for a child regarding
Yeah.
qualifications.
Yeah, the judge gave her her own lawyer.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is though.
minors counsel. Huh. So obviously they argued against you having, anything else like you have.
Right.
Now, typically at the review hearing, what happens is if visitation is going well, the judge will modify the orders.
Well, my son's birthday is about to come up. I've been trying to communicate with my ex-wife about some kind of arrangements, some kind of even so much as like a birthday gift.
Can you do that?
And
Can you do that under the restraining order?
Am I not allowed to have?
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah,
there was a number there was a number of they did give me like when the restraining order was almost about to expire, they gave me the schedule of like holidays and birthdays of what I can have and what my ex-wife can have. Like, and some of them were on some of them were on even years and odd years.
Yeah.
And but yeah, just that's what my ex. Yeah, that's what my ex-wife keeps referring to. It's like every time I try to talk about a birthday or a holiday, she keeps saying you need to refer yourself to that. And but as it is,
she's right about that. She's right about that. Usually you alternate the birthdays. You get an odd year, she gets an even year. That's that kind of standard.
well, there aren't any things on the because because that's what should have happened when if the restraining order was going to expire. But since the restraining order was renewed, I wasn't. There was no new schedule that basically said that I was gonna that I was gonna see my son at all, except for on court ordered days, and that must be supervised.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, my son's birthday is coming up, and I'm not allowed to see, speak, or even send him a gift.
Yeah, he's obviously a protected person under the restraining order.
Well, my son is not a protected person unless that's something I didn't know.
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to see the restraining order, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. Well, if my son's is also a protected person, then yeah, then I don't think there's anything you can do.
Can you send it to me? I mean, I don't know.
I can tell you the order and the number, but the restraining order is actually yeah, and that's I think it's because it's private, or they made it private.
No, it's not private. No, I have to order it through my attorney service, and if you were a client, I would do it, but you're not a client, so I'm not going to do that. It's not private at all. It's public.
Okay. Well, the number is 23 FD. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, the
I can't look at the document.
unless I'm your client. Okay.
I think that basically if you wanted to, you could do an ex parte to try to have this change because you can't afford to see your son, and that's not that's not healthy for him. It's not healthy for the parental bond. But they're kind of waiting to see. Like this review hearing is next month.
Okay.
It's like they're waiting to see whether it went well, whether there have been problems. If there aren't any problems, typically they'll modify it. So you can't. So that's like you're basically 3 weeks out.
Okay.
So that's kind of what they're looking to see from you. Like if everything goes smoothly, there's no problems, and then the judge will typically do it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So the judge is going to modify.
He's going to kind of suck it up for 3 weeks. Basically what it is.
Okay.
They want to see how you're behaving, and that's how the visits are going.
Okay. Well, I stopped visits because I can't afford them right now. I'm about to move.
And where you can borrow money from somebody to do the visit? Because that's important.
I've been paying these people for almost 8 months now, and they've gone pretty. The visits have gone without incident, but I can't. I told them I couldn't do it right now because I was getting my was about to be up, and I need to be able to pay for the deposit. And so yeah, that's why I haven't gone to visits for like 2 months now. And
Oh, boy, that's not good. Yeah.
that's not good.
I would suggest that you borrow from somebody so you can see them. If you want to have a track record, you can explain that when you know, you say, I didn't see these 2 months, I didn't realize it would go against me. 'Cause I couldn't afford it.
Mhm.
You could say that. Um, but you definitely need to see him. You need to find a way.
I need these things. I haven't been. The only way I haven't been. The only reason why I've been able to even suggest that I could even come is because I stopped paying child support for like 3 months, and I'm about $3,000 in debt.
No, I'm just telling you honestly how the court looks at it, though.
Okay.
That's just what they're going to look at. How did the visits go? Did you see him regularly? It went fine, and
Yeah, they were going great.
We can loosen it up. So just
Okay.
you need to find a way to go back to the visits, and I think that'll be in your favor.
It's a lot. It costs these, and my son,
Huh?
my ex-wife, because I'm autistic, and my ex-wife believes that my son is autistic. Um, he's seen as a special needs kid, so volunteer services is completely out of the question because they're not qualified. That's why. And
Yeah.
my ex-wife is basically has I live in northern San Diego. She found the place that was farthest away from me. So the drive in the toll booth is farthest. And even with the fact of the matter is even when I show up, sometimes she doesn't even bring up, she doesn't respond to phone calls. Sometimes she doesn't let my son go.
Well,
And at one point she even called the police.
When you go to the review hearing, you need to tell them that.
Okay.
That's exactly what happened.
We actually spoke about that last hearing, and
Okay.
and the judge basically changed the supervised orders so that we are not stuck inside the building anymore, so we can go outside.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's what I suggest you do. If you wanted to send me the restraining order, I'm going to say more, but right now that's all I can really tell you.
Okay.
So.
All right.
That's what you need to do.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for consultation and everything. Bye.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Bye.